Okay, so here we are again, part 3 with my birth story. So where we left off was um, laboring on my back for the most part. Um, so anyway, Kathy and Ella left, and it didn't take long for everything to. That's when it was starting to kick in, and I guess the total at this point, I was in labor when it started to be really painful for probably I don't know, a couple of hours or 3 hours or something. Um, so I was in the bath. Bobby was sitting on we have like this old clawfoot bathtub. And Bobby was sitting on my birth ball right by the edge of the bathtub holding my hand. And um, he was really sweet from the very beginning of labor, and he always is. Um, So he was sitting on my birth ball, and uh, just kind of like I had asked him to remind me to relax, because I would forget. Like, all the pain would come, and I would just immediately tense up, and he he would be there to remind me, okay, remember, is your entire body relaxed? Because I would relax my body, but then realize that I was like my innards were like, ugh. That was helpful for a while, and then at one point in between a contraction, I said, Bobby, I'm not able to relax completely. Who are you, and what do you want? To buy my house? Is that what you want to do? Or turn around in my driveway? Whatever. Oh, my food is here. Okay, it's always something. This is why it takes me so long to do these updates sometimes. Um, that was a pizza delivery guy. Anyway, so yeah, I told Bobby, I was just like, I'm not able to relax through these anymore, like, and it was just getting unbearable. And there were no breaks in between contractions. They were just one after the other, and getting to the point where it felt like one continuous contraction. Um, that just was like, wave, like it would just get really bad, and then get maybe not so bad, but still really bad, and then get really, really bad. And I'm just like wailing throughout the entire thing, like I'm in labor. I was very vocal. And it started out just with like a moan, like a oh, and and then when I got to the hospital, it's a different story. But um, anyway, so Anna, my doula, and Bobby's sitting on the birth ball next to me in the bath, or next to the bath, and Anna was downstairs, I guess making phone calls and letting people know that it's happening, and that was her role through it. I just wanted her to make sure people were informed and things were done. There wasn't, you know, what? Oh, I'll bring the sodas in. That things were done, and that there weren't like things in my path as we're getting out to the car to go to the hospital. So anyway, she is downstairs, I believe, listening, to me and making phone calls and stuff. And then I guess came up, when, the sound of my labor was not, there were no breaks in between. And, I was unaware of what was going on, but Bobby told me later. He said she was standing in the doorway of the bathroom, and he was sitting on the ball, and he kind of, you know, went, we have to go, like we have to go to the hospital now. And so she kind of stepped in. She was like, all right, Emma, it's time to get out of the bathtub. It was also one of her roles was to like kind of speak up, where Bobby was like, I'm not sure what to do or say. And, but yeah, no, he said it, yeah, he was like, all right, Emma, do you think maybe you want to go to the hospital now? And I was like, all right, but I had to wash my hair because I wanted my hair to be washed. Why I was thinking about that when I was in so much pain, I have no idea. Well, I do, because it was disgusting. So I washed my hair, and it was such a process because there was, we sudsed it all up, and then it was like, 10 seconds after we sudsed it up, I was like, all right, don't touch me, and contraction, and then wait until that one was over, and it was like, it felt like forever, and then it was like, okay, now I gotta rinse out my hair, and I have to lay down in the bathtub to do it. So it was like, all right, quick, rinse out my hair, quick, and then sit up, and then have another contraction, and then wait until that's over, and then get up the courage to stand up and, actually get out of the tub. So, when he was like, it's time to get out of the bathtub, it was like 15 minutes later, get out of the bathtub, because it took that long to finish what I was trying to do. So I got out of the bathtub and went straight into my room, which is like the next room there, straight onto my hands and knees onto the bed, soaking wet. And they're just drying, both of them are just drying me off, and like, and I was still very particular. I was like, don't try and put my clothes on me while I'm damp, because I hate that, And I was like, I don't know. So anyway, that let me dry off a little bit, and at that point I said, I feel like I need to poop. And they're like, oh, okay, well, now we have to put your underwear on, and this is what you're wearing, so, because as soon as I said that, they were like, what do you mean, don't try and push anything out right now, and I honestly think, I'm going to stop this video very shortly, but I honestly think that I was a lot, I was probably about like 8 centimeters at that point, because the pain was very much unbearable, and I did feel like I needed to push a little bit, and anyway, so they got my clothes on, and my computer's about to die, and we slowly made it out the house, out to the car, and of course the car ride was bumpy as hell, and pain in my butt, because it was like, when you're laboring like that, the last thing you want to do is be on a bumpy car ride. Well, it's not even a bumpy car ride, but it feels like it. Every little, it was just like, get me to the hospital, And I didn't have like, I didn't want to get to the hospital to get pain medication. I just wanted to be still again, But anyway, the food is getting cold, probably. Bobby's waiting for me. So I'm going to stop this, and I'll make another part. This may be like a 5-parter. I don't know. And my computer's about to die, so see you in part 4. Okay, bye.